welcome back to Even More Useless Information. We're on episode 20, so we're enjoying a cool, cold Billy D.
Billy D, baby. We made it this far.
And boy, do we have some exciting movie news for you. Apparently, Justin Timberlake and Amanda Seyfried are going to be in a science fiction movie together. It's untitled.
What?
But you can live forever in this future world that they have created, but you have to pay for it. If you can afford it, you can get these chemicals or whatever. It's kind of a little, what's going on? But anyway, they can stop the aging process, and apparently there's a big thriller where Justin Timberlake gets in trouble because they think he killed somebody to get his de-aging stuff.
Wow.
Seems weird. I don't even know. It's crazy.
Crazy talk. Other crazy talk. Transformers 3 will be called Dark of the Moon.
Dark of the Moon.
What the heck?
I don't know.
I keep wanting to say Dark Side of the Moon. What's up with that? What's up with Dark of the Moon?
I think, nothing.
You know, I didn't see Transformers 2 because it was straight movie principles for me. I felt like the movie sucked so bad that I did not need to give Hollywood any of my money to continue for them to make these shitty movies. And we've talked about this before. So
I've seen it twice.
So Transformers 2 was called Revenge of the Fallen, right?
Or Rise? Was it? Whatever.
I think it was Revenge of the Fallen. Yeah. But don't the Decepticons get beat down anyway? At least like The Empire Strikes Back. I mean, the Empire kicked ass in that movie. I mean, they did.
They were winning at the end.
So you would think that Revenge of the Fallen would be, okay, revenge of the Decepticons or revenge of Megatron coming back kicking some ass. But it sounds like that didn't even happen, so that just seems retarded to me.
Yeah, well, it wasn't that good of a movie. It had some cool Megan Fox running. Yeah,
and she's been deleted from the next movie.
Nice.
Yep. Her whole Michael Bay is Hitler. He was not feeling that, so he's like, peace out.
Well, Step Up 3D made so much money.
Wow.
I think it was like $160 million.
Worldwide?
They're making, yeah, worldwide, of course, not just America. They're making Step Up forever.
That is so exciting.
I know. I was so excited to see that. And Zach Galifianakis is going to be in the new Muppet movie. The one that Jason Segel is doing.
That'll be interesting.
I can't wait. I love Jason Segel.
He's a talented dude, man. I like his, he loves those puppets.
Yes, he does. Likes to stick his hands up puppets.
Mission Impossible 4 will be called... Do you know?
No, tell me.
Mission Impossible Ghost Protocol.
Ghost Protocol.
They're filming it in Dubai right now, so they unveiled the name at the press conference this week. I don't know. It should be pretty cool. I think Tom Cruise still has some street cred. People weren't feeling Night and Day. I actually really want to see it. So, you know,
I'll rent it.
Yeah. Also, speaking of more sequels and trilogies and such, Batman 3 has a title and a release date. Batman 3 will be called...
The Dark Knight Rises.
Yes.
I knew that one.
Has a release date, I think, of July 20th, 2012. Is that right?
It's 2012, yes, I can't...
I think it's July 20th. Either July 20th or July 12th. Check our Twitter feed, because that will give you the exact date. Sorry, I don't know that right now.
My favorite bit, not in 3D.
Yeah, actually, the studio agreed with Christopher Nolan to not film it in 3D. So, I think that's awesome. So, that would probably prevent any shitty upconversion to 3D at a later date.
They're going to film it in IMAX, and they plan on pushing it to the envelope, what they can do with that type of film, so I'm very curious. It should look really slick and pretty.
I saw Dark Knight in IMAX at Navy Pier, and it was amazing. What was shot in IMAX, the opening, 7-8 minutes, was just unbelievable to me. Very well done. Very excited for Bats 3. It should kick total ass. And the Riddler will not be the villain. Yes. So, put those rumors to rest. No Riddler.
No Riddler.
Done and done. Looks like The Hobbit will still be filming in New Zealand.
Yes, we got that news this week.
They worked out all those differences, and it's nice to see continuity between the Lord of the Rings trilogy and The Hobbit. So, Peter Jackson, diligent worker, very persistent, and I look forward to seeing what he comes up with. Now that they finally got the green light for the movie.
Apparently the Super 8 movie by J.J. Abrams is going to be released simultaneously with Fast 5, the 5th movie in the Fast and the Furious franchise, on June 10th of 2011.
So there'll be box office going against each other. So you've got the...
There's a third movie. There's like a romantic comedy up in there too, but nobody cares about those, right?
Here's another movie that we're not sure that anybody cares about. Spy Kids 4. Jessica Alba and her family will be in this movie, and they've just added a new villain to them in the mix. Jeremy Piven will be playing the villain. I don't think he has a title for his character name, or at least it hasn't been public yet. But you can expect to see Spy Kids 4 probably next year, and I'm sure it will be in 3D.
Well, like Spy Kids 3, 3D. Yeah. I like the first one. I never saw any of the others.
Yeah, whatever. Antonio Banderas was cool. But he's still a super pimp.
So I think it's time to talk about our weekly Avatar. Apparently, last week we said that James Cameron was not going to do these movies next.
He was going to do Cleopatra.
Yeah, but the studios convinced him that financially he really needs to do Avatar 2 and 3 next. And he has given 2014 and 2015... December of those years as the release dates for the next 2 movies, so apparently we won't be seeing them for like 4 years.
Wow, that's much quicker than the 10 years it took to make Avatar.
Well, yeah, he's already, got some work done, I guess.
Will anybody see these movies? I'm sure they will.
Well, considering the first one is the highest grossing movie ever made, of course, people will flock to them in droves.
Will they, though?
Those lemmings.
Really? If you bought Avatar, here's a question, strike back with this comment here.
I bought it.
I bought it too. How many times have you watched it, and how many times will you rewatch it?
I have watched it 1.5 times all the way through, and then I've put it on to randomly as background noise like 2 more times.
Because of the pretty colors.
It's pretty, and there's lots of giant explosions.
But the story sucks, so, I mean, come on. Make a better movie, Jim.
It's sucky, it's just generic.
I appreciate the way it was made, but I was not into it. I still cannot stay awake through the movie.
As far as I know, they're not even going to be on Pandora for the next movie.
Yeah, I don't know. Who
cares? Yeah.
Here's another very interesting movie bit from Warner Brothers. Check this out. Warner Brothers has decided to build a feature film based around the fictional Acme Warehouse.
Ooh.
The birthplace of all the wacky items that you see in all the Looney Tunes shorts. So, but the thing is that there's not going to be any Looney Tunes characters in this movie.
That's still awesome.
It's going to be live action with Acme Warehouse products.
Sounds good. I think they had some Acme stuff in Roger Rabbit, didn't they?
Yeah.
Yeah.
The only movie that was successfully to mesh Disney and Warner Brothers.
Yeah.
Yep. But didn't Robert Zemeckis do that movie? Or was it somebody else?
Was it? We don't know. We sucked.
It may have been. I think it was. Anyway, so I thought that was pretty interesting. Other news in an uproar, we have Tony Scott who says he wants to make Top Gun 2. Yeah.
The goose has been cooked.
That was awesome. So, direct line from Tony Scott here, famous quote, "This world has fascinated me because it's so different from what it was originally, but I don't want to do a remake, I want to do a whole reinvention. I want to do a new movie." Question, is this a good idea?
I liked the first one, but they don't dogfight anymore.
What about Tom Cruise? Is he going to be in this? I mean, the whole premise of Top Gun 2 that Tony Scott's flirting with here is war games.
I love that movie.
Flying drones and things like that. So it'll be a virtual war, or I don't know. I don't know. I'll have to wait and see what happens with it. Tony Scott is more than capable of making a kick-ass movie.
Yes.
But without Tom Cruise or Val Kilmer,
well, I heard Tom Cruise and Val Kilmer, neither one had said no.
Speaking of Val Kilmer, he just signed on to work with Francis Ford Coppola.
Interesting.
Yep.
Shutter Island 2?
Coppola.
Oh, sorry.
Scorsese was Shutter
Island. My bad.
All good. Box office numbers from last weekend, we had Paranormal Activity at #1, making $41.5 million in 3 days. pretty damn impressive. The first one made 107, I believe, off of a $15,000 budget. Extremely profitable.
Yes.
Paranormal Activity 2's budget was $3 million, so it's extremely profitable. I'm sure we'll see another one of those. Jackass 3D. Let's talk about this for a second. Came in at number 2, second in the box office. Came in with $21.6 million, bringing its total up to $87.1 million. That's a shitload of money.
That's huge.
Red came in with number 3 at $15 million, bringing its total up to $43.5. Hereafter, I don't know who's in that, came in with number 4 with $12 million. And The Social Network still sticking in the top 5 with another $7.3 million, bringing its total up to $72.9. Good for David Fincher.
Yeah. There wasn't a lot of cool new trailers. I mean, there was several trailers that were different than previous ones, but Ong Bak 3 trailers out there. That's cool. Tony Jaa strutting his stuff. He likes to like kick and throw things and jump over stuff. It's pretty cool. He doesn't use wires, so that's always kind of cool. Yeah, that's the only cool trailer this week.
DVD releases this week. We had the Back to the Future trilogy.
On Blu-ray.
On Blu-ray, which I'm excited to get. Haven't picked it up
yet. It's like
on
sale for like $50.
That's that's a lot.
Yeah, compared to the retail price of like, I think it's like $79 or something.
Yeah, but they always jack up.
Yeah.
So it makes it look like it's a great deal.
I think you can get the DVDs for like $15 for the trilogy.
Yeah, which I don't own.
No.
And that's okay though. Also, Clone Wars Season 2 came out. Very excited for that.
Yes.
I'm super stoked. Speaking of Star Wars, also pick up The Force Unleashed 2 on Xbox 360, PlayStation 3. I picked up the Wii version. Super stoked about this. This is the sequel to the best-selling game a couple years ago. Such a great concept, great story. It takes place between episodes 3 and 4. George Lucas had a hand in the story. Don't knock that because the first Force Unleashed was awesome.
Yeah. Yeah.
But I do have to question why this one character has like the most kick-ass force powers in the whole Star Wars galaxy than we've ever seen. I mean, he can do some amazing, amazing stuff.
Well, if they don't make it cooler, then it won't be worth buying. That's my guess.
That's true. Well, this one you can weld 2 lightsabers at the same time instead of just one, so you're totally whooping some ass.
Nice. Don't forget the Alien Anthology was out this week also. Glad they dropped the quadrilogy name.
You know, let's talk about Alien Anthology. So Ridley Scott is doing a prequel to Alien.
Indeed.
So they're going to re-release this again. So I don't think it's fair to call it an anthology. It's just a reason to release it to...
Well, it's like the Harry Potter thing. They released the first 2 Harry Potter movies in a box set, then the 3 Harry Potter movies in a box set. They've done the 4, 5, and 6 Harry Potter movies in a box set. Now they're going to do the all 7 movies, or 8 movies, I guess it will be, in a box set. And people were buying these box sets like crazy. And even though they knew ahead of time, like well ahead of time. I mean, the Alien prequel is kind of... Not everybody knows that, but everybody in the world knows there's going to be another Harry Potter movie.
Right.
But they still bought them, so...
Yeah, they did. They did.
Double dipping, triple,
and we can't knock the double dipping because we know about Star Wars. And
I have like Star Wars like 6 times on DVD.
But I will be buying it on on Blu-ray next fall. Absolutely. The whole saga. It's going to be ridiculous.
Word.
Yes, yes.
And actually, next week they're releasing Bridge on the River Kwai. That's my sneak peek for next week on Blu-ray. Alec Guinness, speaking of Star Wars, is in that movie.
Yeah.
So, yeah, you should check it out. Now that's a delightful movie, so good times.
Absolutely.
And, yeah. What's coming out in theaters this week? Nothing.
Saw 3D!
Saw 3D!
Coming right at you. Midnight showings tonight.
Traps Come Alive.
Great.
I'm going to see it. I hope.
I think you should. I think you absolutely should.
Well, somebody has to go with me. Who's going to go with me? Invitation's open. I'll drive.
Sweet.
I'm not buying your popcorn.
Yeah, this shit's like $10 now.
I'll bring in a drink for you, though.
Smuggle.
Yeah.
Keep it on the low.
Yeah. Anyway,
that's all I have for this week.
Me too. Thank you for joining us.
Raise it to Billy D.
20th. Cheers.
Fantastic. Billy D.
Enjoy your day.
Don't beat your wife after drinking this, though.
No.
Billy D got in trouble for
Or ever, really.
Yeah, that would be bad.
Or ever.
Yeah. Follow us on Facebook. Become a fan. Follow us on Twitter. We have all kinds of cool stuff we're sharing with the world. So enjoy.